Hello viewers, welcome to the next section of the course, Architecting for Multiple Platforms. One of React Native's most underrated features is the architecture it's built on. The way it is designed lends itself to building native applications on a number of different platforms. In this section we'll be building a React Native for Windows 10 platform, Mac OS and for Apple tvOS. We'll then be creating and expanding the platform-specific UI components. Further, we'll learn the best practices for sharing the code between the platforms. Now we move on to the first video of this section, Building for Universal Windows Platform. In this video we'll be building a React Native for Windows application. We'll first cover environment setup, then we'll be building our first app, and finally run it on an emulator. To get started with React Native for Windows, there's a good bit of legwork that needs to be done. First and foremost, you need to be running Windows 10. If you're running Mac OS, you can either install it via Boot Camp or use a virtualization package such as VirtualBox. Once you have Windows 10 up and running, you need to install Visual Studio 2015 Community and the Windows 10 SDK. Once you have those installed, you'll need to install Microsoft Emulator for Windows 10 Mobile if you don't have a mobile device to test on. We'll start by creating a React Native application titled WinApp. This app will be created as we usually create a blank React Native application using the React Native init command. Open your command prompt and cd into your React Native project directory. Now we need to install rnpm-plugin-windows. This plugin for the React Native-CLI adds Windows functionality to our application. We'll now initialize the Windows project. This allows our application to support iOS, Android and UWP. Open the solution file in Visual Studio 2015. Go to File, click Open, and then select Project Solution. The solution file is located in the Windows directory of our project. Open winapp.sln. You may be prompted to install missing components. Please do so. To run our sample app using the default settings, we'll go back to our command prompt, and this time we're going to execute the Windows-specific React Native command. This is our output. Now, to run the application using a mobile emulator or our local device through Visual Studio, change the deployment target to x64 or x86. We'd then be able to choose local machine or mobile emulator as our target platform. If we're using Visual Studio to start our application, then we have to open the command prompt beforehand and start the packager. Let's now run our application. Wow, we got our output. In this video we built the React Native for Universal Windows Platform. Great!